Hello. I'm going to a dungeon in Dawntrail. I think this is like the third one. Third or fourth, something like that. The Skydeep Cenote. I think that's how you pronounce it. I just had a huge meal and also a donut. And so at some point, I'm gonna get a sugar rush, probably. Maybe it's happening right now. So I might get a little more hyper than usual, even if my voice is more monotone. Or I'll sound more monotone, who knows? It's, you know, with ADHD, you never really know. You kind of know. Okay, I'm just hyper. Alright, so I'm eating food because I'm still leveling up my paladin for this run. And I wanted to switch out to get adhd because I was getting a little tired of running with the same group all the time, but I totally forgot. But anyway, I grabbed the first pack and I'm sprinting to go grab the other one because I know there's a good chance the NPCs are gonna pull aggro on one of them if I don't. Okay, never mind. We got it taken care of. I remember when there's like an incline thingy, the NPCs, like Alphanaut for example here, he's gonna be far back because he can still technically see me, but he might not be in range. Who knows, right? So you gotta be careful. Like I always try to turn the camera back to make sure I can see him and know that he can see me and then like heal me up when I'm doing big pools like this. Okay, so like I cooked this tofu dish yesterday and it was like YOLO swag. I watch out for the AoEs. Oh, actually this one goes towards Cryo. Okay, so it targets like a random person and it will go do an AoE towards them. And so because Cryo was already kind of far away, I think she was also trying to run out of this AoE. Like that's why this one kind of started moving over there. And so that's also something to watch out for if you got your range people like all the way in the back and stuff and you're tanking, you gotta go grab them. Things like that. So yeah, yesterday I made like I chopped up some tofu and just threw some like soy sauce in it. It was like this sweet soy sauce. And then I was making other stuff and I decided to just throw in like green onions and like garlic and I was like, I'm sure these things go together. And then it turned out great. It was great meat. I made it for my roommate, but then I ate some and I was like, dang, why am I such a good cook? And so I made the same thing today and it was really great. And then I had a donut. There's nothing else to talk about during ad pools, so you know, here we are. The donut had like cream filling inside, but then there was also chocolate on the outside. It was like, what do they call? Like a custard hole? A Boston donut or something like that? I don't remember. Okay, next area. Okay, again, so we got this incline. So I'm like, actually, so see here, she is attacking this one, and so I switched to mainly target the one that she is on, and I use my shield lob as I'm running back so that she can't take aggro from me, because it's not like she's gonna switch to a different one. Maybe she does, but like in my experience, like pulling it like that has worked out a little bit better for me. Like I'll do a general pull and then figure out which one the NPC is attacking, grab that and keep running. Alphanaut is kind of far away, but I still see him in the corner, and so I'm like, okay. And you see that? Like, I inched a little bit closer to him, because I'm like, dude, you gotta make sure you can, like, heal me up. Lately, I've also been making my own, like, Lunchables, like homemade Lunchables things. They hella got me because they currently have this, like, Nintendo giveaway thing. And so, like, the little Mario Kart and Princess Peach on the packaging, it always catches my eye when I'm at the grocery store. And so I bought some a few weeks ago, and then I was like, I can't keep spending money on this. It's like not cost effective and also probably not that healthy. And so I was like, I could try to make my own. That's what moms do for their kids, right? I'm in school, I'll pack snacks for myself. And it's worked out great. It's nice to just like be studying, be like, I want a snack, and then I just go grab one, and then I'm like happy. It's nice. It's like the simple life, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might seem like it takes a lot of upfront work, but dang, I feel so much better knowing that someone's got my back, which is myself in the past. I'm learning. I'm growing up. Okay, first boss. Feather Ray. Yeah, my ADHD is all over the place. Immersion. This is a raid wide. I was running this and hanging out with people, and I was streaming from like my friends, and then but my friend had never played this before. Wait, let me just finish saying this thoughts, and then I can focus on the mechanics. My friend hadn't played this before. He just plays WoW, and he was like, so in your dungeons, like, do you have beef with this manta ray or something like that? Like, you don't like him? And I'm like, it's just a random boss in the dungeon. I don't like, not real. I don't know. And then I was like, dang, was there a whole story? It's the whole thing. Okay. Troublesome Tale. For this, we all get this little like sad face rotating thingy around our heads. Everyone else feel itchy? Okay, so we've got this little curse thing on us. Nuisance. And so what's gonna happen is either you're going to take whatever thingy the boss does, like mirror it. Causing trouble to others will be compelled to release Feather Ray special attack when cast. Okay, so right now, the boss is doing Worrisome Wave, which is this cone, right? And so in a moment, we are going to copy that. That's how this debuff works. That's over our head. Okay, so I'm gonna dodge this thing, and then, okay, it's counting down. You have 3 seconds. See, I turned around, so my wave is going this way. Alphanod's ray is going that way, and Uklama's ray is going that way. But I get hit with something, and so Kryl is probably like back here somewhere, and she hit me with hers. Oh, wait, no, wait. No, wait, Kryl's over here. Alphanod hit me with his, dang it. Alphanod. Okay, but see, something that they've changed with the duty support is that they try to make them seem more like humans learning things. And so Alphanod's like, so the attacks are coordinated, instead of just being perfect at everything. And so then you can kind of learn with them. But I also took a decent amount of attack damage, and I got a bonus attack because of that. Okay. Hydro Ring is, there's like AoEs out here, so ideally you don't stand in it. But also change the stage up a little bit. Okay, Blowing Bubbles. I think at some point I do run out here, so we see what it is. I think it's a damage over time. So the boss produces copious bubbles. So from the boss's hitbox from here, there are bubbles coming out. Okay, and so you have to dodge them, and they kind of move outwards in a spiral fashion or so, kind of. Well, maybe not. Okay, so these are just going across here, and these are over here. It kind of, I think it's more like my movement is kind of like a spiral. Like I'm kind of moving around like that. That doesn't look like a spiral. Yeah, wait. This is not. It's like this. See, and there's one kind of like that, and there's one that's kind of like that. I can feel how fast I'm moving, and I'm trying to slow down, but I cannot, which is why I'm talking so fast and full of randomness. Okay. The donut is hitting. Okay. We have these bigger bubbles here. but you want to look at them in terms of like a row or column, whichever direction. But here's one here, and there's like a gap right here, right? And so this gap is going to be a safe spot. However, similarly, like, okay, so there's this, and so there's a gap here, and then over here there's this, but there's a gap here, kind of like that. But this rolling current is happening, and sometimes when there's a knockback, you'll see the arrows on the ground, but this does not have any arrows. Okay, you have to look at the current that is moving across. So right now, because the video is paused, you see this like brighter line, like this kind of moves across as if it were like waves or a current. So keeping in mind where the safe spots are, you have to figure out, okay, what direction is the current going? It's going this way, so that means this safe spot is going to move over here. So the safe spot's over here, but actually that's off the stage, and so I can't choose that one. But this safe spot is going to move over here, so this will be in the new safe spot. So that means you're going to have to stand right next to a bubble, but trust that the current is going to push them over, and then you will have a safe spot. So here, I'm parking it here because my safe spot's here. I'm going to wait for this bubble to move over, and then I have a safe spot. Okay, see, there we go. Yeah, so they do overlap a decent amount. So you basically want to just be right under the bubble, essentially. Alright, Hydro Ring changes the stage up a little bit. Troublesome Tail. That one is the little confusion, nuisance head thing. Okay, so this thing, remember, it copies whatever the boss is going to do next. And so this time it's doing Trouble Bubbles. And so before, we got those bubbles that was coming out, that we saw before, right? So it's going to do that again. However, this time we're going to copy it, so we are going to shoot bubbles out. The very first time we had this debuff with the side faces, it was the cone thingy, but now it's still kind of like a cone, but in bubble form. Okay, see, these two bubbles just came out of whatever these are, and then since she was facing this way, it goes there, and then Cryos just released some of that. And then the boss is also releasing bubbles, okay? So there's a lot to dodge here. Okay, so there's bubbles coming out here like that. What's interesting is, like, the other time there was a countdown for it, but this time it kind of just happened immediately. So raid wide. Okay, Bubble Bomb. What's this? Oh, this thing again. Okay, so the current is moving this way. So I find the safe spot. Okay, so here, so this would be a safe spot, and here would be a safe spot. I think I am just standing in this to see how much damage I get. Okay, so like 50k in a Vuln stack. Well, I think I probably already had a Vuln stack. Did I? Yeah, I already have one stack from before. But yeah, so here or over here, and in the back, I think like over here would be good. And it can go the other direction too. Like the bubbles can be pushed the other way, like this way. It really, you just have to look at the way the current's going. Hydro Ring at this stage will change. Okay, yeah, so you get a Dropsy. Okay, we're gonna be a nuisance again. Trouble Bubbles, so we're gonna shoot bubbles out. Okay, see these bubbles coming out from here? So it just happens immediately as opposed to the other one, the cone that just goes out. And then yeah, the boss also populates its own, like spawns its own bubbles. I'm not attacking right now because I'm just waiting for this to resolve instead of killing the boss right away, because I wanted to just show like where all this stuff was. But yeah, that looks like that's all the mechanics. Okay, I think most of my sugar rush, my sugar high has passed. Thanks for bearing with me there. Like, in my head, I thought, oh, what's that? Let's look at that. And I was like, I don't need to say that out loud. So I didn't. And then I became hyper aware of the fact that I was looking at all these things. And I was like, aren't other people curious though? Shouldn't we point it out? And then it started and I was like, maybe I should let people know what I'm thinking. Okay. It's still around. The sugar's still around a bit. Okay, I'm gonna grab all these. I noticed that she grabbed this one, so I think I'm gonna try to grab that one. Well, okay, never mind. I just hit all of them. But you know what I mean? It's a little frustrating when this happens, because I really don't like having to run back. But here, I just grabbed one since they're all tethered together, and I tried to go back and grab it. Even though they're probably gonna survive, it's still like frustrating, and I gotta make sure, I want to make sure that everybody's together and like doing okay and all that stuff. Big AoEs here. Oh, I tried the new extreme today, the first one. Finally had a little bit of free time to kind of run that. I cleared it, it was nice. The group stayed together. I did it through Party Finder. The group, we did it in about a lockout and a half or so. It was a fun fight. It had interesting enough mechanics that running it over and over again to practice wasn't as like tiresome as it kind of is for some other fights. And I will probably make a guide for it after I finish the other Endwalker extremes. Like, I have all the footage for all the other extremes in Endwalker, but I haven't had the time to really sit down and make guides for them. So, and I do like doing things in order, but if you're interested in that, I have my other YouTube channel where I make guides for the higher end content. I usually like to, I split it up because I prefer to keep this specific channel just for like the normal content. So there aren't like spicy takes in the channel and stuff like that. 'Cause sometimes people get a little picky about things when you're running higher end content, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I wanted to make this space a bit more Sprout friendly, more chill. But yeah, if you're interested in the other extreme, or doing any of the extremes in general, and then I've got the other channel. Let's say something else, or I forgot. Yeah, so like the hyperactive part of my ADHD triggers first during the sugar rush, and then later the inattentive one, the very like, oh shoot, what was I talking about stuff, pops up after, and then I just feel like a different person for like a span of 30 minutes after I have too much food. And I'm like, whoa, what was all that? Okay, so these guys like formed from the statues. After we kill a certain amount of them, more will spawn from these other statue things. And I also watch out for all these cones. Maybe that's why people think I'm always just like so fun and talkative and lively, because usually when I hang out with people we're like eating food, and so like yeah, of course I'm more energetic because I have like sugar, but for the most part I'm just very like okay. Oh, these guys, they like come off of the statue thingy, so make sure to grab them up. Look at this little thing. There's like a certain part of my head, somewhere in my brain, is like singing a song right now. I'm not gonna sing it out loud, but like it's just there, you know? There's just, it's not like it's a different voice. It's more just like always running commentary in my head, and sometimes I say it all out loud and sometimes I don't. Man. Yeah, so I've been learning a lot more about ADHD and all this stuff to... Yeah, exactly, Alphanod. To better understand how I keep stopping myself and sabotaging myself in achieving the goals that I want to achieve. And so by learning more about myself and how these things happen, how my thoughts occur, I can better help myself, not stop myself. It's a whole thing. But it's great. I feel good. Like, I kind of, right before I decided to record this guide, I was like, dude, I don't know if recording this guide is the best thing to do right now. Maybe we should do something else. And I was like, but I have energy. This is the best time to make a guide. Why not? I was like, alright. I just have to be okay with the fact that people will get to hear this side of who I am. Okay. This next boss, I think this is the one where I ended up dying twice. I don't remember. Not in this run, but like the first time I ran it. I think there was some sort of tricky situation in it. Or this is the one that I really like because it's fast. We'll see. Dynamic dominance. Cerebrite? Yes. Okay, and then also the outsides have like fire stuff. Mirror maneuver. Oh yeah, this is totally the one I died a few times because I couldn't figure this out. Like the first time I did it. So mirror maneuver means that there is going to be a mirror somewhere. It's like over here. Okay? And then there's also going to be an orb somewhere. And so the boss, like this mirror can be anywhere. It can be on this side, it can be over here, whatever. The boss afterwards will go to an area of the stage. Okay, so right now it's in this corner. The boss will jump to an area of the stage and then cast a thingy, which is this line AoE, and then the mirror is going to reflect that. It's going to reflect it over here to this orb, and this orb is going to then explode. Okay, so let's take a look at that. There we go. See, it went here, it reflects over there, and then this explodes. Okay, it's it's pretty wide, you know, more than half the stage, and so you don't have too much time to pre-position for it. I mean, you have time to pre-position for it. You don't have as much time to react to the AoE and get out of the way. So if you're over here, you're not really gonna have enough time to get all the way over here unless you have a teleport of some sort. So this is why I died a few times, because I didn't know how to read it the first few times I ran in. We'll see it a few more times though. Ancient artillery. Okay, this, we've seen this mechanic in other dungeons before. So this is essentially a plus sign, so it's going to do a cleave this way and a cleave this way. And then this one down here is similar. It's going to do a cleave this way and then this way. And so this is a safe spot, this is a safe spot, this is a safe spot, and this square is safe. emergent artillery link that's gonna populate them. Okay, so just make sure you're staying inside the safe spot. Tank buster. Okay, mirror maneuver again. So take a look at where the mirror is. Okay, so the mirror's over here again. And now we got a bunch of orbs. Okay. Oh, there's also a mirror in the back. So figure out where the boss goes. Okay, the boss is going here. So it hits the mirror here. Oh, but then there's like a mirror over there. So it's gonna hit that mirror. And then it's gonna hit this side. It can be confusing because you might see the one mirror and you might think, oh, it's gonna do the one over here in the corner again, but this one is a little bit different because, you know, if you care about geometry, let me tell you about geometry. The first time we saw the boss was all the way down here, okay? And so the angle in which it hits the line AoE would reflect down here. However, because the boss is now in the center of the stage, okay, this is the center as opposed to the corner, the angle in which it hits it is more like this, okay, like a right triangle. Okay, so it's like this instead of like this. Is different. Here, let me further emphasize this. Is different, and I'm further emphasizing this because I died to it a few times. So that means if it's going to go here and here, then whatever one's over here is going to be the one that explodes. Okay. There we go. This to this to this. So this orb over here behind the boss is gonna explode. It's a pretty wide one. Okay, so I thought I pre-positioned well enough, but actually I was still there. Oh, pardon me. Oh, did you run into me? Probably. Okay, I ran towards it just so we can see how much damage. We have more to be wary of. Okay, so like 40k-ish with a one stack. Once we determine a pattern, we can avoid its attacks. Yes. Dynamic dominance, the raid wide. Okay, ancient artillery, this is the squares one. Okay, so I see this immediately. I'm like, all right, that side's not safe. All right, this is not safe. This is not safe. And then in the corner of my camera, I see this one, and so this one's probably not safe, and then this one's probably not safe. So it's only gonna be this square and this square over here. Wait. Actually, wait. Most of what I said was right. What I said at the end was not. Oh, actually, it's just gonna be this square. Sorry, it's right here. I'll get it back. Yeah, okay, so this is no, 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 this is no. Okay, so the only safe spot is actually here. I misread this one over here. It's just this spot. Okay, well, we have AoE, so wait for these squares to blow up and then spread the AoEs. You have enough time. I'm fine, thanks. Off and on. Mirror maneuver. Okay, so we got a mirror on this side now, and a mirror back here. And the boss is in the middle, and so we're definitely gonna get this. This whole angle thing it's not gonna affect you too much. If you see the two mirrors, it is likely just gonna be like this thing. Like, I have not seen a situation where there's 2 mirrors and then the boss is actually over here and then it does this. Nah, it's just trying to trip you up. If there's 2 mirrors, it's likely just gonna be this right triangle situation. Not right triangle, but like right angles. So then it makes a square. Because is this and this is a right triangle. This is a right triangle. If it went like this, then it'd be a square. No? Yes? Okay, but now we know it's gonna be a huge AoE on this side. That side. So we gotta back it up. I am currently standing in this AoE to just see how much damage you get. But like parking it over here is the safe spot. Alright. Oh wait, how much damage did we get? 40k in a 1 stack. Is it raid wide? Okay, same thing with the squares. Not this, not this, not this, not this. And there's one down here. So not this, not this. Oops, sorry, my phone is on. Let me turn this off. Okay, so our safe score is going to be this one. People usually don't message me because I'm antisocial, but here we are. Okay, so that was that fight. Let me show the other footage I have. Let's see how I handled this mechanic. Oh, the audio is low because this is the one I was streaming for my WoW friend. Well, I don't play WoW with him, but he is a friend who plays WoW and only knows WoW. Oh, dude. Look, the mirror is also not in the center. It's like off to the side. No wonder it does that at the angle. Okay, see, like I was like, okay, do we just go over here, like hang out like this? Is this okay? Yeah, it was fine. Okay, I knew what I was doing. Let's see this one. It must have been my very first run that I was dying to it. This is my second run, I think. Oh, yeah. I already had it figured out. Oh, this person didn't. Okay, see, they ran in a little bit. One more time. Alright, that's not as fun. I mean, it's fine. It was doable, but like I thought I had footage of when I was dying constantly to that. Okay. Final section. Look at this purple stuff. Foreshadowing things. Path of Dying Light. Okay, see, I had to make sure that I was grabbing all of them because I saw how she rushed in there like that. I'm pulling the whole thing up this windy incline thing, and I was like, don't take them. And then I realized there's no ads up here. I was like, dang it. It looks cool though. Whoa, these lamps have little textures on them. Like little other stuff. That's neat. Wait, but then they have the purple stuff going through it. I wonder what that's all about. And it's asymmetrical. Alright, remember to grab your treasure. Okay, so I do see that there's ads here, but also ads down here. So I'm definitely gonna pick them up, and I am currently targeting the one that, dang it, I was targeting the one that she ran to, or rushed to, but then I grabbed the treasure, and then I lost aggro, and I was like, dang it! So I had to go back to grab it all. Very specifically grab that one so we can all go down here. Really, I think that's the only main fault I have with the duty support, that stuff like that happens. But honestly, it probably doesn't matter that much if you're not tanking. But I don't know, I guess... Oh, okay, so we got targeted AoEs over here. And so if you got ranged people, you still have to watch out for those AoEs. And again, like, I saw the Alphanon had to run up to dodge it, and so I moved a little bit closer over on this side to make sure he could reach me for healing. Yeah, watch out for all these AoEs and stuff. See, this is why it's better to, like, have a bigger open space instead of, like... If I had to rush backwards to take everything on, like, this little incline thing, that would have been so annoying to, like, dodge stuff for. But yeah, my qualm about the duty support, it's been so long since I've run it with DPS or anything but tank, but I'm pretty sure the NPCs don't do like water wall pools, and so it might be a little bit slower, so people might run as DPS and go grab extra things, but then you risk getting autoed and like getting auto damage to you from the ad before the NPC tank picks it up. Yeah, but if you are running it as tank, you can control the pack, but then controlling the pack also means kind of controlling where the NPCs are because of like those stairs and things like that. I feel like at this point it sounds like I have a personal vendetta with like inclines and stairs. In real life I also don't like stairs, just saying. It's like I can walk a bajillion miles, I guess. I can also run. Like, I've done 5Ks and 10Ks, whatever. But like, as soon as I have to walk up the stairs, my asthma gets triggered. Oh, so annoying. Yeah, I got to a point when I was hanging out with people, anytime I went downstairs and back upstairs, I'd have to mute my mic because they'd be like, dude, we could just hear you breathing. And I was like, okay, I'll just stop breathing. Okay, this final boss is very similar to Titan if you have done the Eden raids. The mechanics are quite similar to that. So E4. The fourth Eden fight. I was re-upping my food to make sure I get the experience bonus. Okay, starting off. The boss draws power into its fists. Okay, so here we see the fist, right? This side is clearly lit up in this like frame. But it kind of happens fast, so you have to be on the lookout for what side happens first. So right now it's this side that happens first. And then we get this side, okay? So this side first, and then this side. So stand over here, wait for the punch to go out, and then move over. And that's gonna happen a few times during the fight. So you gotta get familiar with looking at the boss's animations and stuff. Okay, this blue thing is gonna slam down onto this thing, and then we're gonna get knockback. Ideally angle yourself to like a diagonal in the back here. In the back there. Up here, you're likely gonna fall off the stage, okay? Here you might be okay, but it might be a little spicy. But the diagonal is the way you wanna go. Or you can use knockback immunity. Okay, so this situation though, we have AoEs that we have to spread. And the thing is, if I was running with other people, like real people, probably would have been fine. But the way that Cryle ran, man, the NPCs just run to like their standard spot, and it's just so inconsiderate. Because look, she's like clipping me. She could have just stood still. She's ranged. But no, she clipped me, so I got hit with both of them. It's rough. Cryle also got hit with mine because... So generally, melee will be the ones to like go up closer to the boss, and range will stay put because they can still hit the boss. But wait. Definitely, if her circle was on me, then was mine. Okay, yeah, it is clipping right there. Yeah, her little foot in the back of my ghost sheet. Okay, so this mall work, there's this cube, and the boss is like gearing back to punch it. We're gonna get a bunch of AoEs on the ground, and so it is just a lot of dodging. Okay, now this, you still need to dodge these AoEs, but now these things indicate there's gonna be cleaves on the sides. It can either be on the sides or in the middle. And so here, see the arrows? Like this. Yeah. Okay. So make sure you dodge those circles and then dodge the lines. Okay, this is a multiple stack tower. So everyone needs to be in the tower, and we stack up and stay here for a few hits. Three hits. Okay, the knockback thing again. Alright, this time the fist is also glowing, and so that means the knockback's gonna happen, and we're also gonna get cleaves. Okay, so there's a few different ways you can handle this, but the premise is the same. You want to get knocked back onto a part of the stage where you'll be safe and you don't get hit with the hands, right? So for this, I used arm's length, so I didn't get the knockback at all, and I stayed put in the middle here. Wait for the first one to go off, and then I walk into the other side. And as you can see, they got knocked back into this corner, and then they had to like quickly run over there. There is time, but if you don't react well to it, it might be spicy. This is a tank buster. I will show another angle when we see it again shortly. I think, spoilers, we end up wiping this current run for science, so we'll see it again. Okay, this time the blue thing is in the back corner of the stage, and so we want to go the furthest distance away from it, which is going to be this corner. We have AoEs though, and so as soon as we get all the way across, we gotta spread. They do not move, and I'm like, okay, I'll just move, and then I realize, okay, I'll just stand in the corner. And so, a bit of tricky business with the NPCs here. Okay, here's another one. We're gonna go to the furthest corner away, or angle ourselves so we get knocked back to the furthest corner away. This is gonna be a stack, so everyone needs to stay together for this. Okay. Ash layer, so raid white. Okay, punch in stone, so we're gonna get circle AoEs on the ground. Okay, I'm staying to see how much damage we get. Like 30k and a 1 stack. Okay, this time the line AoE is gonna go in the middle. So make sure you're running out. Okay, I'm gonna hit with this. 36. 1 sec. Okay, I did already have a 1 sec before, so. Oh, they're like tumbling the cubes down. Okay, multiple hit stack. So stay there. 3 hits. 4 hits. 5. 5 hits, wow. Okay, so here, another way to handle this is to ride the knockback and then quickly run over. However, I kind of did something interesting here. I wanted to see, I definitely had enough time to run over, but I decided to stay. Well, maybe I didn't have enough time to run over, but I did pause at the split second for science. But now we know that this does a knockback, okay? I definitely did not have enough space to get punched in the face and body, really. I'm a Lalafell. I'm like the size of his thumbnail. 45k damage, okay? And a bone stack, but what kills me is the fact that I was too close to the edge of the stage. So that's probably the worst case scenario for that mechanic combination where there's a knockback and then you're on that side. And so the safest thing is to get knocked back to the opposite side and then run over. But if you end up getting knocked backwards to here, you probably have some space to run out if you like kind of flubbed it a little bit with where to go. Or you can use your knockback prevention thing here, wait for it, and then move over. Sometimes I know what I'm doing and sometimes I don't, but it's all in the name of science, you know what I'm saying? I knew that I would get hit with it. I didn't realize it would push me off the edge that much, or I didn't expect to get pushed off the edge in that moment, but I emoted, I doubted it. I'm not surprised I died, because it all makes sense. Okay, so this side's glowing, so we're gonna get punched over here, and then this side. Okay. At this point, I want to see how far you get punched. So, I think I was around here, and I got pushed back this, however many yalms that is. Yeah, I was like a little bit up there like that. Okay, so to here, this, something like that. So about here. Yeah, it's not really gonna be a good distance because of the knockback thingy. Like if you get hit with the knockback, you're definitely gonna go way past that line. And so it's like if you use your knockback prevention thing for the mechanic where there's the blue circle that does a knockback and then there's the fist punch, then you gotta stand at least in front of this general area. In case you get punched, then you might not fall off the stage from here. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. When we see it later, I'll show it. Yeah, so see how far back you get pushed back? Like the safe spot to get punched is probably here, and then you might end up just on the edge, because that's the distance that I got pushed back when it punched me. But the knockback thing definitely will push you back further than that, and so by then if you get punched, you're definitely going to get pushed off the stage. Okay, this time, Cryo, You move? She didn't move fast, and I was like, I could just move off to the side. Okay. So whole situation here with these guys. Okay, circle AoEs on the ground to dodge. There's a tiny little spot there. I kept eyeballing it, but I was like, dang, I don't move into that spot fast enough. Okay, watch out for the side ones. Okay, there we go. Stack up for multiple hits. 1, 2, 3. Okay, knockback. Alright, so this side's glowing first, so I think this time I do go this way. Okay. Oh, I rushed into it and then I ran over. That's nice. What a sweet move. Okay, Tank Buster. Alright, this is the knockback one, so we want to go all the way into the corner. The sugar is passing. I feel like I want to take a nap. Oh, I used my arm's length before we got the stack thing. I thought we were going to get the AoE one, and so it seems like it's random whether you get the AoE or stack one. So ideally, you would ride the knockback together with everybody, unless everyone agrees to use arm's length at the same time. But when you're running it with Duty Finder or the NPCs, it's not like you can really communicate that. But I ran over to them and it was okay. Okay, one more time. So this one is going to be the AoE one. Okay. Raid wide. AoEs to dodge on the ground. That little spot. Okay, it's in the middle, so go outside. Stack up. Is that 5 or 6? Wait, I'm gonna go back. I was counting in my head, but I think I miscounted. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it was 5. Alright, I'm gonna get knocked back onto the side that was not glowing first. So the second side. And then, yeah, you have enough time to run over. Tank Buster. Alright, knock back into a stack. Raid wide. Knock back into the corner. And then spread. Oh, I was sweating there. I was like, wait, Alphana, where are you going? Wait, now I can't see because of the boss's hand, like right at the end too. I was afraid I would fall off or die, and then I had to do the fight all over again. Yeah, that was a tense moment. Yeah, we did it. I like the boss design. Okay, cool. Bye bye.